Hey, today I want to show you how you can quickly triage a whole bunch of dependency alerts. On Monday, our demo K9 CloudSec agent repo, which is a couple months old, had 65 open dependency alerts, one critical, and a whole bunch of highs. This would give a lot of engineers like a bit of a panic attack, like how to get through this. An agent scored the risk of each of those dependency alerts overnight and found that on a risk basis, there was none that needed to be fixed today, zero that even needed to be scheduled, and all 65 could be deferred. And that's because the vulnerabilities weren't reachable in the code base. They were in unrelated code. So for example, that critical, that the analysis agent determined that our cloud security agent never loads the OpenAPI provider in FastMCP. And guess what? That's where the vulnerability, the critical vulnerability is. So it doesn't need to be addressed. We never execute that code at all. Um, Analysis also incorporates exploitability as well. So if something is known exploited in the wild or likely to be exploited, we schedule that to be bumped up out of an abundance of caution. But none of that is the case in this scenario. So now on another repository for K9 frontend, we actually found a handful of things worth doing. So the analysis of exposure and impact and policy floors resulted in that, you know what, let's go ahead and update Django and this Daphne library, even though it wasn't reachable. But because of the policy that we have, go ahead and update it. And the neat thing is we have evidence to support all of this. Like, for example, there's no, like, this vulnerability is not reachable from an entry point. We don't use SMTP directly. We use SES to send email. So, like, again, we're not going to exercise this, but because this is a tier 1 asset for us as a front-end application that serves customers, we're go ahead and like update it. That's fine, right? The key is that we're making in a risk-based decision that is grounded in real evidence. And what's happening is the agent is actually going and examining the code and seeing is this vulnerability actually accessible. So, and perhaps the best part is that this ran overnight. I was in as a Claude Code agent routine. I reviewed the output at breakfast because I was excited. And I said, you know what, you've got some things you recommend to schedule. Go ahead and please create a pull request to update the recommended scheduled dependencies. Claude did that, and our checks passed in CI, and I merged it before I got back to my desk. It was great. This whole thing now runs on a schedule. You can see it ran last week and ran this week, and it's going to run every Tuesday morning and take care of this stuff for me, present evidence-based decisions of what to fix from a dependency perspective, and we can get on with our product engineering live. So I want to share that with you today, and I'd love you to try it. You can try it at k9security.p risk. I'll drop a link in the comments. Take care.